Mic testing. So we are going to have this GCSE paper, concept predicted paper. So if you are taking GCSE math, this is now the tutorial for you that we are going to work out. So we're going to look at the first question. This paper is usually out of 8 marks. So we're going to look at the first kind of question you need to prepare on how to work out the value of, using your calculator. We're going to work out the value of 25. What the square root of 4.87? If we put this in the calculator, we're going to say 25 my square root of 4.43.87 over 6 plus 2.1, then you square that. So the way we are going to put this in our calculator, let me just turn on, we can be able to see how we are going to place this in our calculator. The way we are going to input this in the calculator, this is exactly what we are going to place in our calculator. I believe you can be able to see that. Yeah. So once you have placed that in the calculator, we are going now to press the equal sign. This is our answer that we're going to have. Yeah. So I'm able now to write that down as our answer, and we're going to say now our answer is going to be, when you put that in the calculator, all the figure that displays is 1.76552792 This is what we are going to work out to work out the reciprocal of this. Of course, reciprocal is going to be 1 over 0.625. So 1 over 6.25, 1 over 0.625. We are going to put it in the calculator that way. Yeah, so that's what we're going to put it in, and then when we click equal sign, our answer as a decimal, we're going to get our answer like that, 1.6. So I'll write here 1.6 as our final answer. So in the event you're given a question like this and you're supposed to work out the reciprocal, that is exactly what we're going to do in order to work it out. Moving down, the next kind of question that we need to see how to prepare. We are told that point ABC D lies on the circle center O. ABCD is a rectangle. We are having a rectangle inside here, and then we are supposed to work out the circumference of the circle. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So how are we going to work out this? So in order to work out the circumference of the circle, we need to understand what the radius is in order to work out this. Yeah. So we need to work out the radius of that circle, and the radius in this case is going to be basically the half the hypotenuse or the diagonal of this. So we are going to say dB is going to be square root of 8 squared plus 10 squared. So if we work out the square root of that, what are we going to get? Square root of 10 squared plus 8 squared. This is going to translate to, let's check how many significant figures are we supposed to give. 3 significant figures. So my dB is going to be 12.8. Then radius is going to be a half of dB, so this is going to be 12.8 divided by 2, which is going to be what? 6.40. that is the radius. Okay, off right, then I can be able to say now circumference is equals to 2 pi r, and that's going to be 2 pi times the radius, which is 6.40. And if we work it out, we're going to get our answers 2 pi times 6.4. The answer becomes 40.2. 40.2 centimeters as the circumference of this circle that we are going to have at this given point. So I need to transfer my answer down here so that we can be able to say that our circumference is 40.2. Another area that you really need to prepare as far as this exam concerned, remember, for those who are just joining us, we are having a predicted tutorial. We are having in this particular video, we are having a prediction on how you can be able to do GCSE Paper 2. So these are definitely areas that you have to know as far as that particular exam is concerned. So we have worked out a question to do with how to work using a calculator, finding the expression that is like this, and also finding the reciprocal. We applied using a calculator there, and we got our answers to be 1.6. To work out the circumference of this circle, we are given the rectangle inside the circle, so we are going to use the diagonal here. We are going to use Pythagoras theorem to find dB, square root of 8 squared plus 10 squared, then you got 12.8, and the radius there is going to be a half of that. Then we can be able to find circumference of the circle using the formula, and we shall get this. Another concept that is important for you to understand how to work out is to expand and simplify brackets. So we shall start by working out this. So we shall have x minus 2, x plus 3. If we expand this, we are going to have x times x will be x squared. X times 3 will give us plus 3x. Minus 2 times this will be minus 2x. Minus 2 times this will be minus 6. Putting the like terms together, we shall have x squared plus x minus 6. So next we are going to say it will be x plus 7 into x squared plus 6 plus x minus 6. If we open the bracket here, of course, we are going to multiply this term by this. We are going to have x cubed. Again, this term by this, we shall have plus x squared. Again, the same term by that, we shall say minus 6x. The next term will be 7 times this. It will be plus 7x squared. 7 times this, shall say plus 7x. And 7 times minus 6 will be minus 42. Now we shall put the like terms together. We shall have x squared, x cubed, plus 8x squared, plus 7x, plus x, because minus 7x plus 7 minus 6x plus 7 will be just x, and then we shall have minus 42, and that becomes now our final answer in that case, whereby we shall have our final answer being, let me just simplify that. All right, transfer it here to be x cubed plus 8x squared plus x, and then minus 42 as the final answer. So as you are preparing for your exams, you need to ensure you prepare how to work out questions to do with expanding brackets. And for those who are joining us now, remember you can be able to access the PDF of this paper I'm having here, and also the marking scheme in our Patreon page. Our Patreon page is where I usually upload our PDFs so that we can be able to access them. All right, so moving to the next bit. The next question is how to express algebraic fraction as single fractions. Is another area that is green and which is probably can be tested, and you really need to know how to work out that. We're going to say we are going to express that as a single fraction, and this is going to be x plus 2, x minus 4. So I've grouped this and I've multiplied these two together. Then once you've done that, you are going to multiply this on this end. So we shall have x into x minus 4 plus this one will be multiplied on the other side. So we shall have 2x into x plus 2. Yeah, so basically that is what we're going to do in that part. So if we open the brackets here, what are we going to have? This is going to translate to, if we open the brackets there, we are going to have x squared minus 4x plus 2x squared plus 4x. If we multiply this one, we're going to get x squared. You multiply it here, you shall get minus 4x. Multiply 2 to this, we're going to get plus 2x. And multiplying these two here, we are going to get minus 8. Then we can be able to put the like terms together here. And in this case, this is going to be, numerator will be x squared minus 2x, because minus 4x plus 2x will be minus 2x. And then we shall have, no, of course this and this will cancel out. I can see that will cancel out. So what is the expression going to be? So if this part and this part cancels out, then we're going to, let me just cancel that. This and this will cancel out. This is going to be 3x squared over x squared, and this is going to be minus 2x minus 8. So basically that's what our expression is going to reduce to. Yeah. And already we have worked how to expand such a question. Expanding when you have 3 brackets, we have already worked that out. I believe now you can be able to write this. try to expand this one so that I can be able to check for you whether you are able to get the correct answer for that. Try to write the expansion of that. Expand this one. I'm just waiting for you to write the answer for this. Expand this because already we have done that, so that once you have written your final answer, I'll display the answer down here. I'll disclose the answer for that. What's the expansion of that? I'm going to display the answer for you down here for this. Let's take 2 minutes to do that. So we're going to check whether you are able to get that. We're going to check if you are able to do that. Expanding that, what do you get? Check the answer you are getting whenever you are expanding that. So if you are expanding this, let's now check whether you are able to do it right. We shall start by working out the last brackets. It will be easier that way. So we shall have 2x plus 3, 4x plus 5. So this is going to be, let me just take you a different way. 4x plus 5 plus 3 multiplied to all the terms that are in the second bracket. So if we open the bracket here, it will be 8x squared plus 10x plus 12x, and this is going to be plus 15. If we put the like terms together, it will be 8x squared plus 22x plus 15 at that point. Then once we have gotten that, the next part we shall do is x minus 2 minus 3, which is multiplied to 8x squared plus 22x plus 15. So if you work it out, what are we going to get here? So multiplying the first term with everything that is in the second bracket, we shall have 8x cubed plus 22x squared plus 15x, then minus 24x squared minus 66x, then minus 45. So we shall have 8x cubed. This and this will combine. We shall have minus 2x squared, 15x minus 66. This is going to translate to minus 51x minus 45 as our final answer in that case. So our answer, that's what it was reducing to. And so write in the comment section if you are able to get that. 8x squared cubed minus 2x squared minus 51x minus 45. So basically that's what we were supposed to get at that given part. So something that you realize in this kind of questions, you have to expand the bracket, the two pairs, and then once you get the answer, you can be able to proceed to the next part. This is GCSE 2H math prediction that is going to be taking place on 4th of June 2025. So if you are new to Proflan YouTube channel, consider subscribing and also join our Patreon page, whereby you can be able to download the PDF of this paper that we're having here. Just write the comment section if you are getting value from this particular video, if you are joining us now. We are supposed to expand here and then simplify. So we are having, this is going to be 6y minus 15 plus 7y, then plus 14 here. So putting the like terms together, we shall have this as 13y, then minus 1. So this is 13y minus 1 as our final answer in that particular case. The next area, the next question that you need to also prepare on how to answer is question to do with factorization. So we are going to factorize. We are having 6x squared plus 15x. What's going to be the answer for this? Just write in the comment section what's the answer here. What are we going to factor out? We shall factor out 3 and x, so we shall remain with 2x, then plus 5 in this case. So our answer will be 3x into 2x plus 5 in this case. So that's what our answer is going to be. Making G the subject of the formula, so you need to know how to make subject. So that is another area that probably will be tested in this coming exam. You have to know how to make subject so that you can be able to prepare well for that particular exam. So we're going to say this is 3g plus 11 is equals to f. So we shall take 11 on the other side. We'll have 3g is equals to f minus 11, and then divide by 3 both sides. So we shall have g is equals to f minus 11 over 3, and that's going to translate to g is equals to f minus 11 over 3 as our final answer in that case. To do it fractions and percentages, so this is the next part of the question we are going to look at on how to work out. We are told Hadi, Luke and Tina shares some sweets in the ratio of 1:6:14. Tina gives 3/7 of her sweets to Hadi, and Tina then gives 1/2% of the sweets to Luke. Tina says now all the 3 of us have the same number of sweets. Is Tina correct? You must show how you get your answer in this particular case. So we are going to work out that, yeah. So in the process of working it out, that how are we going to approach this question? How are we going to approach this question in order to work it out? How are we going to work out that particular question? Okay, so we are told that Andy, look, and share the sweets. Now, so for instance, if we are going to say, let the number of sweets be x, total sweets, and say total sweets be equals to x. Suppose the total number of sweets they are sharing was x. So what will Andy get? Andy is going to get 1 over 21, because if you, the total ratio here is actually 21. So we are going to say Andy is going to get 1 over 21 of the x sweets. Luke is going to get 6 over 21 of the sweets. And then Tina is 14 over 21. This is Tina is going to get 14 over 21 of those sweets. Then we are told that Tina gives 3 over 7 of our sweets to Andy. So let's check. We shall have Andy, we shall have Luke, and we shall have Tina. So Tina is going to give us Tina is going to give 3 of our sweets to Andy. So what does that mean? How many sweets? Tina will be 14 over 21 x. 3 over 7 of that is going to be equals to what? This will go here 7 times. This one goes here 2 times. So the sweets that are going to be transferred will be 2 over 7 x. So Tina gives her sweet to Andy. Then Tina gives the rest of her sweet to Luke. So Andy already had 1 over 21 of x. Then if we are going to add the sweets that Tina gave out, that will be 2 over 7 of x of 7 x. What is the total number of sweets? This will be 21 over x. This will be 3 times 6, so this will be times 2, that will be 6. That will be 6x. So this is going to be, Andy is going to have a total of 7 over 21 of x, and this can simplify to 1 over 3 of x. That's what Andy will have. And then we are also we're told that then Tina gives 12.5 of the rest of our sweets to Luke. So 12.5 over 100 times, after giving this, what did Tina remain with? That's going to be 14 over 21 minus what she gave out, that is 2 over 7. It remained with 8 over 21, so that's going to be 8 over 21 of x. So that's 12% of that is going to be times 12.5 over 100. That's going to be 1 over 21 of x. 1 over 21 of x. So this is what is given to Luke. And remember, Luke was having this. So we are going to say the new number of sweet Luke is going to have will be equals to 6 over 21 of x. but is receiving 1 over 21 of x from Tina. So plus 1 over 21 x from Tina, and the LCM here is going to be 21, and this is going to be 6x plus x, and that's going to be 7 over 21x. So you can see, if again you cancel out, you are going to have 1 over 3x. So you can see Luke and Tina, they have the same number of sweets, and that is exactly what we were supposed to show. Is Tina correct? Tina is correct. Yeah, Tina says correct. That is correct. Yeah, so that is correct. Correct. Having that, if this is what was remaining with Tina, that is 8 over 21, and if he gives 1 over 21 to that, for Tina is going to remain with 8 over 21 x minus 1 over 21 of x. So also Tina is going to be 8 minus 1 will be 7 over 21 of x, and this is going to be 1 over 3x. So you can see Tina is having 1 over 3x, Luke is having 1 over 3x, and also Andy is having 1 over 3x. So the statement that is given here by Tina, that we are all having the same, is also correct. Yeah, so Hamed, that's true, that's correct. She has, yes, that's correct. So that is exactly what I was trying to show, that whatever statement Tina gave, the statement that was given by Tina is the correct statement. Yeah, so that is, those are the steps you are going to follow in order to show that. All right, so we need to say that's correct. We can now move to the next question, question number 7. The concept that is prominent here is the concept of functions, composite functions. So we are supposed to find what's the value of g of 16. And remember, we are having g of x here. So anywhere we are, in order to find g of 16, it means anywhere we are having x, we are going to replace with what? 16. So we shall say that is 2 into 16 minus 5. So if we work out this, this is going to be cube root of 32 minus 5. So 32 minus 5, this is going to translate to 27. So we have a cube root of 27. So if you work out the cube root of 27, that is going to be basically 3. So the answer is going to be 3 in this case. Yeah, we are supposed to find hg inverse of x. So first we need to find what's g of x. Basically here we know g of x is equals to, g of x is cube root of 2x minus 5. So for us to work out this, we need first to find the inverse function of g, and we can convert g to the function. Yeah, so we are going to say this is y is equals to cube root of 2x minus 5. And to work out this, we are going to switch x and y. So this will be x, and this is going to be cube root of 2y minus 5. And then we are going to make y the subject of the formula by cubing everything, raised to power 3 both sides. So we shall have 2y minus 5 is equals to x raised to power 3. Then we shall make y the subject, so we shall have 2y is equals to x power 3 plus 5, and therefore y is going to be x power 3 plus 5 over 2. Now with this value that we have here, we shall say h of inverse of x is basically x cubed plus 5 over 2. So that becomes our inverse function. Then we are going now to do h of that. So we can see h is 1 over x. So anywhere we have x, we are going to put that. So we are going to say h into x cubed plus 5 over 2. And that is going to be 1 over x cubed plus 5 over 2. Finding the reciprocal of this, our answer becomes 2 over x power 3 plus 5 as our final answer. And that is the final answer that we are going to have here. 2 over x power 3 plus 5 for you to earn 4 marks. So if you are new to ProfLearn YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to do more tutorials of that format, you'll be notified. So this is the time now I need to go through the comment section. Oh wow, Ahmed Mohammed, that is correct. That's amazing. Great, you got it right. That's so great work, Ahmed. Right. All right, so we can now proceed to the next part of the question. We are going to work out missing parts. You supposed to calculate the length QS. This is the length QS. I can call it x here, QS, that is x. Then let me start by calling this x so that we can be able to find it fast. Yeah, so for I to find the value of x here, this length here, the only thing that I need to do is to use cosine rule. I'll have to use cosine rule here. So this is going to be x squared is equals to 9.4 squared plus 11 squared minus 2 times 9.4, right, times 11 times cos of 27. So which will mean that I'm going to simplify whatever I have here and then I find a square root. So I will have x squared is equals to, so can I put everything that I have there in the calculator? 9.4 squared, let's put them together. 11 squared minus 2 times 9.4 times 11 times the cosine of the angle, which is 27. So if we work it out, we're going to get 25.099. Yeah, so if this is 25.0999, so our x is going to be square root of whatever answer I have here, 25.0999. If I find the square root of this, I'm going to get my answer equivalent to 5.01 centimeters. So which means that this length here is 5.01 centimeters. Then once I've gotten this, I'm going now to apply sine rule. So I've used cosine rule in order to get the first part of the answer. Then now I'm going to use, I've used cosine rule to get the first part of the answer. I'm going to use cosine rule. So I'll call this y. Let me call it y so that we can be able to find it. So meaning if you have this 8, so we can be able to say y over sine 88 is equals to this value that we got here is 5.01 over sine of 41. So for us to get y, which is our QS, is going to be 5.01 sine 88 over sine 41. 5.01 sine 88 divided by sine 41. If we work it out, we're going to get our answer being equals to 7.63. I don't know whether you guys, you have gotten the answer already. Just write in the comment section, because you guys, I know you are a bit faster than me, so you might have gone very swift. My answer is 7.63. Is that what you got? Is that what you got as your final answer? So that we can be able to move to the next part. Wow, Ahmed, I knew it. You are quite fast like that. That's very good. Also, the next concept that you must know, the next concept you should know how to work out is question to do expressing as prime factors. And in that case, we are having 90. 90 can be written as, if we divide by 2, we shall have 45. If we divide this by 3, we shall have 15. If again we divide by 3, we shall have 5. And finally, if we shall have by 5, we shall have by 5, that's going to be 1. So you can see these numbers that we have here, these are prime factors. So we can say this is going to be 2 times 3 power 2 times 5. Now we have expressed that as product of prime factors. That is exactly what you are supposed to do in that particular case. However, if you wrote your answers 2 times 3 times 3, still you'll get your answer correct times 5. So any student who wrote this and any student who wrote that will score and will be able to get the mark at that given point. 5 is a prime. Yes, 5 is a prime number. Yeah, that's okay, guys. If you are here, you are learning from this particular tutorial, please leave a comment, like, and also invite your friends to our live here. All right, so we need to move to the next question here. So far right now we are in question number 9. The next question we are supposed to write the LCM, the least common multiple here. So for A and B, so you see we are going to pick common factors, and that is going to be 2 times 3. Then we are going to pick the least power. Here we shall pick the highest power, sorry. You first pick common numbers. That's every number that is appearing for A and B, you pick every number that appears there. So that's going to be 2 and 3. Then you take the highest power, so you'll take 2, and for 3 you take 2. So this is going to be 4 times 9, and the LCM, this least common multiple, is going to be 36. The least common multiple here is going to be 36 in this case. So that is what you are supposed to do. But if you are asked to find the highest common factor, you have to pick the common terms that appear to these numbers. So that's 2 and 3. Then you take the least powers. So for 2 we shall take the least power because this is like 1. And for 3 you take the least power. So the highest common factor is 6. Highest common factor. But for least common multiple, you pick any number that is there, so that you can be able to pick also the highest power. Now let me just give another example a bit different. Suppose you are having A is equals to 2 raised to power 3 times 3 raised to power 2 times 4. Not 4, let me use 5 times 5. And B is equals to, I'm just giving this as an example, an extra example, so that if you're given a question like that, you'll be able to approach it. So if we are having 2 raised to power, just 2 times 3 raised to power 3 times 5 power 2 times 7. So if you are asked to find the LCM for this, LCM for this, LCM for this, this is what you are going to do. The first thing you are going to do is to pick every term that is appearing. So 2 is appearing times 3 is appearing, 5 is appearing, and also you have to take 7 is appearing. Even if when you are finding the LCM, even if there is a term that is not appearing in A and B, for LCM you have to pick it. Then once you have done that, you are going to pick the highest power. So for 2 the highest power is 3. For 3 the highest power is 3. And for 5 the highest power is 2. And for 7 you pick just 1. Yeah, so if you multiply that, you will get your LCM at this given point. But if you are supposed to find the highest common factor or greatest common factor, here you are going to pick the terms, the terms which are common. 2 and 2 is common, so you are going to pick 2 times. You are going to pick 3 because it appears here and also it appears here, so you shall pick a 3. 5 you will pick it because it's here and here, so we shall pick 5. 7 we shall not consider it for the highest common factor, but now we need to pick the least powers for this. So the least power for 2 is 1, so we shall take power 1. For 3 the least power is power 2, and for 5 the least power is 1. So the highest common factor is going to be 2 times this times this. This is going to be 9 times 5 is going to be 45 times 2, that is going to be 90. So the highest common factor is 90. Yeah, so basically that's how you work out this kind of question. Yeah. Okay, so I believe up to this point for this particular question we've understood, guys. Please like and share. Like and share, like the live, comment if you are getting value, if you are learning something new, just comment it down here so that I can be able to feel you guys, you are inside, you are with me, we are moving together. Just like the video, comment whether you've understood. If there's something not clear, let me know. All right. Okay, so moving to the next question. The next question is question 10. We are given this and we are supposed to find the value of k. You are given 1.25 times 10 to the power negative 12, and k is equal to this. So how are we going to work our answer, give our answer in standard form? Yeah, so we are going to say this is going to be what? This is 1.25 times 10 raised to power negative 12 is equals to 4k. All right, so let me just leave my k there in peace. Let my k be in peace there. Into bracket 4 times 10 raised to power. I'll show you what I'm trying to do here. And this is negative 20. So I'll divide, in order to remain with k, I'll divide this so that I will have to 1.25 times 10 raised to power negative 12, and this is going to be 4 times 10 negative 20. So I can say, I can write this 1.25 over 4 times 10 negative 12 over 10 negative 20. So if I work out this and I work out this, I get the answer. I can be able to leave my answer in standard form. So this is going to be 1.25 divided by 4. This is going to translate to 0.3125 times. So this is the same as 10 raised to power negative 12 divide by 10 raised to power negative 20. So if you divide numbers in indices, you subtract the powers, isn't it? So we are going to say this is 10 negative 12 minus 20. So this is going to translate to 10 negative what? If 20 minus 12 will be what? Will be 8. So it will be raised to power positive 8. So this will be 10 raised to power 8. But we want to write this in standard form, so meaning our final answer is going to be 3.125 times 10 raised to power positive 7. Positive 7, and that is the value of k in that particular case. 3.125 times 10 raised to power 7 as the final answer for this question. Good, Mohammed. Great. I believe, Ahmed, I really wish you the best. You are quite swift and very on point. That's great. Correct. Moving to question number 11. Question number 11 is about inequalities, how to graph quadratic. Sorry, this is linear inequalities, how to graph that. We are having x less than on the grid. We are supposed to label the region R. So the first thing we're going to do is that we are going to say this is x less than all equals to 2. So that's a line that is going to pass through this point, less than. We are going to shade this side. This is the side we are going to shade. Then we have y greater than minus all negative 3, greater than negative 3, y greater than negative 3. So that's the line that's going to pass through this region here, pass 3. And if we are saying greater than, so we are going to shade the region above. That's the region that is required. Yeah, greater than region. And then we have y less than or equal to 2x. And now this is where we have to be very careful for this one. For us to plot that, first we are going to use the equation y is equals to 2x plus 1, and then we are going to have just about a table of values for that. And in that case, I'm going to have my value of x and the corresponding value of y at that point. So I'll have my x and I'll have my y. So let me just get 2 points for the table of values here. So we are going to say this is our x and this is our y. So if we let x to be 0, 2 times 0 plus 1 will be 1. And if we let x to be 1, it will be 2 times 1 plus 1, the answer will be 3. So for us to know where that line is going to pass, to be 0, 1, 0, 1 will be this point here, and 1, 3 will be this point here. So which means our line is going to pass this way. Our line is going to pass that way. Let me just retract my line so that I can be able to draw it correctly. This line is quite kind of misbehaving. You guys, can you speak to it so that it cannot misbehave? Yeah, so we have to pass this subject, so the line should not be misbehave. So our line is going to pass that way, and we are going to label that line as y is equals to 2x. Our line is going to be 2x plus 1. So the next line we are going to draw is this 2y. So we shall say 3x plus 2y is equals to 6. Also, we need a table of value for this line. So let me just have a table of value for that. I will just draw the line here. I believe we are following on how we should go about this, and I should have my x and I will have my y. So if I let my x to be 0, I'll have this term going to 0. If this goes to 0, we shall remain with 2y is equals to 6. So it will be divided by 2 both sides. So this y will be 3. If I let my y to be 0, you can see the whole of this term will be 0. Then it will remain with 3x is equals to 6. Then 6 divided by 3, we are going to get 2. So that is how the line is going to behave. And we shall say 0, 3. That line is going to be 0, 3 will be this point here, and 2, 0, 2, 0 will be this point here. So our line is going to pass this way. The line is going to pass like that. Yeah, so that is how our line is going to pass. Now we need to check the region that it will satisfy the inequalities. So of course we are going to shade the upper part. So I want to check whether this region here is the region that satisfies. So I will select a point anywhere inside this region. Let me just select a point 0, 0 so that I can be able to test with it. X is 0, y is 0. So this point is the point I'm using to check whether this region is the correct region. So for this line, that region satisfies. For this line, this region, of course, we are supposed to shade this part, but we want to check whether for this line, is it true? Yeah, so if you put 0 here, you'll have 0, 0. So we shall have 0 greater than 0 plus 1. Is this inequality correct? Yes, because 1 is greater than 0. So this region 0, 0, 0.00 satisfies. And also we can try that with this one. This is going to be 0 plus 0, 6. So we shall have 0, 6. So 6 is greater than 0. That's correct. So the required region is this region inside here. This is the required region for this question. So this is the expected region. Yeah, so this is what we are supposed to get. So this is the required region. So I believe you can be able to, once you've understood that, you can be able to do any question. A question can be asked whereby you are supposed to shade the region, or a question can be asked whereby you are supposed to come up with the inequalities from a shaded region. So you can be given a question whereby you are supposed to shade, like the one that we have done here, using the inequalities that I provided, or you can be asked to come up with the inequalities from the shaded region. So you need to be prepared for both cases, for both scenarios. I don't know whether we are together up to that particular point. If we are okay, we can now move to the next part. If you have understood how to work out this question, please just like write in the comment section, have you understood how to work out a question like this, drawing inequality, shading region of the inequality? Just write in the comment section if you've understood how to work out this. Yeah, let me know if you've understood how to work out this kind of question. I'm just waiting to read your comments. I'm just waiting to read your comments and I'll respond to it. Yeah, let me know if you've understood how to work out this question. Please guys, like this live and also share. If you're new to Proflan YouTube channel, I want to remind you, you can be able to access all the PDF for this particular tutorials I'm doing. We have a Patreon page. There is a link in the chat section whereby you can be able to join, so that you can be able to access the PDF of this. Right. Moving to the next part, moving to the next question. Let's see which is the next question in store for us. We have a quadratic graph. This is a quadratic graph, and then we were supposed to, here is the graph of x squared minus 6x plus 4. The question is write down the y-intercept. Write down the y-intercept. I'm waiting for you guys to write down the y-intercept for this graph. What's the y-intercept? What is the y-intercept for this graph? What is the y-intercept for this graph? Let me see those who will be able to get it right. Y-intercept, Ahmed. Right. 4. Samuel, we have moved to the next question. Samuel, I've not seen your comment. What is the y-intercept? All right, so this is going to be 4, as our friend Hameda said. This is 4. We need to also check, write down the coordinate of the turning point of this graph. What's the coordinate of the turning point? I would like to have Samuel 0, 4. Yeah, Samuel has said 0, 4. Yes, 0, 4 is going to be condoned, but you are asked the intercept. So if you are asked the coordinate of the coordinate where it cuts the y-axis, so you write 0, 4. But if it's the intercept, you are going to write just the point, not the coordinate. But if a student had written this in an exam, examiners were instructed that they were supposed to award that mark. All right, Samuel, that is correct. Samuel, that's correct for the coordinates. That is 3, -5. Correct, Samuel. So 3, -5. This is was gotten correct by Samuel and Hamed Mohammed. Use the graph to estimate the roots. What will be the roots? How do we get the roots? Can we write down? Can you write how do we get the roots? How do we write? Don't write the answer. Say, how do we get the roots from the graph? Don't write the answer. Don't write the answer. I want how. How? Hamed, you did not follow instructions. This one, Hamed, let me tell you, Hamed, this one, I was testing if you are following instruction in an exam. Hamed, you not followed instructions. Leila, 3, 5, -5, that's the turning point. That's correct. Leila, that's correct. I want to know, how do we get the roots? How? The question is how, not what's the roots. How do we get the roots? Yes, Hamed, where it crosses the x-axis. Yes, so that's what I wanted. And as precise as that, let me see, where does it cross the x-axis? This is the point where it crosses the x-axis, and also this one is the other point. Because this is a quadratic equation, it's going to have two solutions. So it's going to cross the x-axis at the following points. Yeah, we are going to have, let me see what Ahmed said. Ahmed said 0.8, 0.8 and 5.2, correct. 0.7 and 5.1. So if your answer is 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and your answer is 5.2, 5.3, still you are right. So we are going to say the roots are 0.7 or 5.1, but we are going to have our range between 5.1 to 5.3 because this is a reading from the graph, and the other one we have a range from 0.7 to 0.9. All those students who have responded here, they have gotten it correct. Leila, that is amazing, that is correct. Thank you for your comment, Leila, that we read. Whenever you are going to find the root, you read where it crosses the x-axis. Yeah, so we can move to the next part. Now, question number 13 is sequence and series. We are told find the expression in terms of n for the nth term of the sequence, for the nth term. So in order to work out this, we are going to say this is an arithmetic sequence. So we know the first term here is actually 7, and you can see the common difference. The common difference is what? Common difference from 7 to 13. What do we need to add? 7 to 13. What do we need to add? We need to add 6, right? From 13 to 9, we need to add 6. So the common difference 6. And nth term is usually a plus n minus 1 into d. That is the formula for nth term, and that is going to be 7 plus n, we don't know the number of terms, minus 1 into the common difference, which is 6. So if we simplify this, we shall have 7 plus 6n minus 6. So this is going to be 6n plus 1. 6n plus 1 is the expression that we are supposed to have, and we can just transfer it down here. 6n plus 1, this is the expression that we are supposed to write for the nth term, and now the examiner will be happy. The nth term of a different sequence is this. Is negative 58 a term of this sequence? Is negative 58 a term of this sequence? How do we check that? How do we check if negative 58 is a term of this sequence? How do we check that? I'm gonna read in the section. Yeah, Leila, that is correct. Hamid, that is correct. Samuel, well done. Yeah, so for part B, I want us to write in just section. What are we going to do? What are we going to do in order to check? Yes, is the 11th term of the sequence. Ahmed, how did you get it? How did you do it? Just quickly write, how did you do it? So that I can be able to use your method here. How did you do it? substitute in the sequence. Well done. So we are going to say negative 58 is equals to 8 minus 5n. So if we try to is that what we mean by substitute in the formula? Is that what you meant? Okay, so if we try to make n the subject of the formula here and find the value of n, we are going to rearrange. We shall have 5n is equals to 8 plus 58. So you can see we have 5n is equals to 5n. No, it's 6n rather, not 5. Oh, this is an international crisis. 6n here, 6n at this point. I was also almost messing this up. And this is going to be 66. If you divide by 6, you are going to get our n is equals to 11. So if the 11th term, as Hamid has said, Mohammed, so something that you're going to realize, if you find that you get a fraction, you get a decimal when you are trying to check this, if you check, there's no way n can be a decimal or can be a fraction. N must be a whole number. So if you are doing a question and you find it's giving you a fraction, then or a decimal, it will mean that's not the term. I don't know whether that is clear. I don't know whether we are okay up to that point. Yes, so that's correct, Leila. Well, I don't know whether, guys, we are all enjoying the lesson. Please just write in the comment section if we are enjoying the lesson. Yeah, I can see Samuel, Leila, Mohammed are the only guys who are very active in this chat section. There are other guys here. Just comment, bros. Guys, comment. Just comment. Comment. Yeah, so if you comment, I know you are present in class. So next time I'll be having another live. I'll just ask, is Leila here? Is Samuel here? Yeah, so guys, I believe we are getting value from this particular video. Now we can move to question number 14. You can see question number 14, we are told that the diagram represents a solid cone. The cone has a base diameter of 20 and slant height of 25. A circle is drawn around the surface of the cone at a slant height of 10 above the base. Work out the area of the curved surface of the cone that is not painted. The surface of the cone that is not painted. Oh, hey. Yeah, so how are we going? Are we going to be placed between the wall and the rock in this question? I know you guys, you are smart, you can be able to get this. What do you think? Should I wait for you to do it, or I should go straight ahead and work it out? Should I do it direct, or I should wait for you to do it first? Just give me a go ahead on that. Give me a go ahead in the comment section. Should I do it, or should I leave you do it first? Yeah, just give me a go ahead. Should I do it, or I go ahead and do it? Yes, this is S, so you have to use scale factor. Perfect, that is true. We have to use scale factor in order to work it out. So in order to work it out, we're gonna use scale factor. But remember, this surface area of the curved part of the surface area is going to be what? Pi RL, that is the curved surface area. Yeah, the curved surface area. So S, that is true. We are going to use scale factor, and in that case I can be able to, because I want to know what's the diameter for this small cone, I can be able to say Yeah. Okay, so let me just first find what is I want to say I want to find what is the slant length of this small cone. So this I'll call it capital L, and this I'll call it small l. Yeah, so I can be able to say that small l over capital L of this cone is going to be diameter of the big cone over what am I mixing this? These are going to be two unknowns, so I cannot go that direct. I cannot go straight that way. I cannot go straight that way. So if I'm having this, yeah, so if I'm having that, what's the best, easiest way to approach it? I'm just checking the comment section. Oh, Hamid is saying 70 pi, 150 pi, 160 pi. We're gonna see whether that is the case. The person who has gotten it is the person who has gotten it finally is Hamid. The answer is going to be 160 pi. So the process of finding the curved surface area of the big cone. Let's start with the big cone, surface area of the big cone. Okay, let me just retract this. Hamid, of course, has already gotten it. So this is going to be surface area of the big cone is going to be pi RL. What's the radius there? Is going to be 10, because this is the diameter, that whatever that we have here is basically the diameter. Yeah, that's the diameter. Okay, that's the diameter. So this is going to be 10. My pen is a bit sluggish to write right now. 10, then times the arc length, sorry, times the, this is 10 here, times the slant length, this is 25. If you work it out, this is going to be 250 pi as the curved surface area of the entire part. So we need also to work out the curved surface area. If this from here to here is 10, what's the remaining part? The remaining part here, basically the remaining part here is what? The remaining part is 15. Yeah, is 15. The slant height here is 15. But we need to know what the diameter for this is. So we shall call this small d. So we can say small slant length over the big slant length should be equal to the small diameter over the big diameter, so that I can be able to get the diameter for this small one. And then this is going to be 15 over 25 is going to be equal to d over 20. So which means that our d is going to be 15 over 25 times 20, and if we work out this, we are going to get our answer as 12. Then we can be able to, because now the diameter is 12, this is 12 for this one, then we can be able to find the surface area for the small is pi times the radius, which is 6, times the slant length, which is 15. And if you work it out, it's going to translate to 90 pi. Then because we were asked to work out the area of the curved surface of the cone that is not painted gray, this is going to be equals to this is going to be 250 pi minus 90 pi. If you work it out, 250 minus 90 pi, we're going to get our answer as 160 pi. 160 pi. Yeah, so this is exactly what you are supposed to do in order to get the mark for that. For those who have worked it out, that is great. That's great. So we have to move to the next part of the question. Yeah, so in question number 15, we are just working with question to do with Venn diagrams. Now we have a universal set, and the universal set is having numbers from 1 all the way to 10. Even numbers will be 2. Even numbers will be 2. That will be 4, 6, 8, and 10. Factors of 10. Factors of 10. What are the factors of 10? That is set B. Factors of 10 will be 1, 2, 5, and 10. Now we are supposed to complete the Venn diagram. Which terms, this region here represent the elements which are in the two sets. This is the union of the two sets, elements which are in the two sets common. We can see 2 is here and also 2 is here, and then we have which number? 10 is here and also 10 is here. So those two numbers, 2 and 10, will be in the intersection. Sorry, not in the union, rather I meant intersection. I think now somebody's tired. Somebody's tired here. Somebody's tired. So this is 210. They are going to be in the intersection point. So then for B, we shall, now that we have already taken 2 and 10, so this is going to be 1, and then we shall have 5 in this set. And then since we have taken 2 and we have taken 10, we are going to remain with 4 here. We shall have 6 guys here, and we shall have 8 at this given point. So this is what we shall have. Now, which element have not been used? 1 has been used, 2 has been used, 3 has not been used, 4 has been used, 5 has been used, 6 has been used, 7 not yet, 8 has been used, 9 has not been used, and 10 has been used. So outside this set, so we are going to write 3, and then we shall have 7, and then we shall have 9. Now find the probability that the number is in intersection. This is intersection. Probability that the number is in the intersection. So we are going to say how many that are in the intersection? 2. So we shall say 2 over what? 2 over 10, because we are having 10 numbers. So the probability is 2 over 10. Yeah. So that is exactly what we are supposed to get. Perfect. Leila got it right, Samuel got it right, and I don't know whether Ahmed has gone to sleep. Ahmed, don't sleep. Let's finish this paper together. Let's finish the paper together. So the next question is the question to do with rationalizing the denominator. Rationalize the denominator. So we are going to say 1 over root a. 1 over root a plus 1. The conjugate, to find the conjugate, or you are going to multiply the numerator and denominator, you only just change, you are going to change only the sign of the expression of the denominator. Yeah, you are going to change only the sign. So in that case, we are going to change here and say root of a minus 1 times root of a minus 1. So if we multiply, so that we can be able to have this, if you multiply this and this, let me just tell you the shortcut. Anytime you have gotten the conjugate, square this number that you have here. That will be squaring the square root. You are going to get a minus the square of the number that you have there. That's going to be 1. So that's basically what you are going to have. Square the two numbers, subtract them. So squaring 1, you are going to get 1. Squaring root a, you're going to get a. So you are going to have a minus 1. So basically that's what we're going to leave our answer as. Our final answer will be root a minus 1 over a minus 1. Yeah, so you're gonna leave your answer, you shall have your answer remaining that way. So we have question number 17. Number 17, we shall stop at question number 17. We shall pick from question number 17 in our live of tomorrow. So tomorrow we shall be meeting the same time here in order to work out from question number 17 onwards. So guys, I really appreciate for those guys who are here. So because right now it's a bit late, from Kenya, Africa, a bit late. I've been having lessons throughout the day. I attended school, I taught, had lessons, I taught. I joined here from 6. We had the live from Cambridge physics multiple choice. Then once I finished that, that's when now I joined and I prepared this particular live that we are having here. So because I feel I don't want to strain a little bit beyond this, because I've been seated here for about 4 hours now for the previous live and this live. You guys, I wish you to allow me to sleep, because right now is yeah, right now is actually 2:21, yeah, it's 9 p.m. Guys, please allow me to sleep. I can see Ace has said, thank you, sir. Ace has allowed me to sleep. Samuel M has allowed me to sleep. I'm waiting for Leila to tell me whether she has wished me a good night to sleep, so that tomorrow I'm going to join, so that we can be able to finish. We finish this particular paper tomorrow. Guys, please allow me to leave you. Continue revising. I wish you the best. I wish you good luck. Yeah, Leila, thank you so much for your comment. Continue reviewing and revising. Don't relax until you end your exams. For those who are joining, guys, we have come to the end. We have already have a long discussion. We have discussed different topics here. We are remaining with quite a number of questions that we are going to work out. Let me stop there, because tomorrow we shall look at probability, we shall look at drawing graphs, we shall look at circle theorem, how to find angles, we shall look at cylinders, vectors. Yeah, a vector will be the last question. Please guys, let me leave you with this assignment of ratios. Bye. See you tomorrow, same time. Good night. If you are, let me say good night and good night and good day. because I don't know what's your time in your place, in your country. Bye. What about vectors? Yeah, vectors, Ahmed, vectors will be there. Vectors will be the last question, question number 24. We shall be having vectors. All right. Probability will be there. Vectors will be there. I can see here we have a cylinder, and then we have circle theorem, we have Pythagoras theorem. Sorry, this is trigonometry using a right angle triangle. Then we have drawing quadratics. So we are going to have a discussion on that. You guys have a good night. Bye.